Good morning, our viewers.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, everyone knows Erica by now. And thank you for coming. Thank you for Alexis to be here, Małgosia, Shalel, Kurli, and oh my gosh. So everyone, you are very welcome, and we will be answering each other questions. We already were chatting for a moment. The time passed so fast. I don't know. It was 15 minutes. And I was sharing with Erica that I chop onion. Yeah, not onion. Chop garlic. You have to let it for a few minutes to sit up in the air, so it will be much better. That way, and then pour the honey on it and mix with chopped ginger. It's for boosting energy because we are drained. And Erica was saying how she's starting day thinking, what did he do today? It's like,
what's the next thing? I mean, we all wake up and that's the first question we ask, is he still here? And then the second question is, what new horrible thing did he do today?
Yeah.
And there's always something, as we said, he never disappoints. So.
And I will ask you, what do you think the worst thing for USA he can make again? Because everything what he's doing, I think, is against USA politics.
Yes.
USA is not gaining anything out of that war. So what the next words? Thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. And what is he? I thought, what if I will be in his shoes? What I will do? But I will ask you as well, what you think he could do to shock us and be so against USA? Maybe I will say first because I was preparing myself one night about this. What next he can do? I think he can go after Panama. That will be stabbing USA in the heart.
Well, I think he wants to go after Cuba.
Cuba is one thing, but if he will close the Panama Canal.
Well, you know what's interesting is that he's saying to all our allies, those who used to be our allies, he's saying, you all need to come and help keep the Strait of Hormuz open. And everybody's just saying, we're not going to do that. And he's shocked. He, everything he does is by the seat of his pants. He doesn't think about what the consequences will be long term. He never does. And so he's always surprised, and then it's always a disaster.
Angry and mad at people, like journalists. You don't have a right to say anything. So what do you think he will do?
He will do that. I think he will try to shut down the press. He will yank. He said he would yank the licenses away from places like the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times,
and CNN.
But you know what? The good news is that more and more people are getting their news from citizen journalists, from people like you and me, from people like Aaron Parnas, from Midas Touch. There's so many, the Contrarian, there's so many good journalists out there. I don't think that what he wants to do, which is to keep us ignorant of what's going on, will work.
And we have to as well check for ourselves a few times if the news is real. Yesterday on my video, I posted that they found body of that lady in Arizona, Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Yeah, it's Godfrey's mother.
Yeah, that her body was found because someone sent me a video. it was Cheryl, and then she's saying, I don't see anything, and I didn't see anything in the news.
Right.
So it is like we have to have a filter. Even if we trust someone who sent us, that's not meaning that that's true.
No, and it's not just that they say it, but as you said, there was the video, right? So AI can make things seem like they're really happening. Like you see the videos of the guy who looks like Epstein riding in a car in Israel. Epstein is dead. I'm just going to say he's not alive.
He was uncomfortable to live,
right?
To be alive.
Right. And AI will make it seem as though he's alive. That doesn't mean that he's alive. He's not. Or Netanyahu. That's the other one that they're saying.
Is he alive or not? That's another thing. Yeah. So we will be bombarded through so many fake information.
Right.
Would that be a big problem in the future? Question.
Yeah, I'll look at the cards. I mean, I think I want to say yes, but I also hope that people are being smart and realizing that AI is a problem and realizing that people want to mislead and they will do their homework. The problem is, okay, so we have the fish, we have the child, and we have the stork. So people's feelings, this is for feelings, people's feelings are very elevated. So, the tendency is to believe anything. People are, gullible. They're gullible. They believe what they're told. But I think that the more you and I and other people say, be careful, don't believe everything you see, that the population will become smarter and realize that I need to check my sources 10 times before I believe whatever it is that I'm being shown.
And we all will go for moments like that because we are waiting for something. And when they're showing a video, thank you, Sandra.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. You love my haircut. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I cut it a little more than I cut it last night a little bit more. And I thought, people are going to say,
It's beautiful. And, you can do it. And we were just chatting about, I was doing my dogs all the time. And mine, since I came to Canada, I didn't have money for the hairdresser.
Exactly.
And I started bleaching my hair, doing stripes, not bleaching. And that way I'm feeling whenever I feel like I can do it.
Exactly. You know what? We don't know how to do anything until we try. And hair grows back.
With my nails, I can. And some people.
Exactly. Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's a huge industry. It's very expensive. You have to wait, and then they can mess it up. And I said to myself, you know what? This time, if I mess it up, I'm the one that messed it up.
Yeah, so, and I usually don't mess up. I just know what to expect next time because I'm
exactly. When you know better, you do better.
And I don't have to blame someone.
Exactly.
Time is so important for us to have time to do when it's convenient.
Exactly. Whenever we get the urge. Exactly.
No, you will ask me a question.
All right. Do you, I mean, is this going to become, World War III? Is this going to become World War III?
Count to three, please.
1, 2, 3.
It will be slice by slice by slice. I see a slicer. So I think it started when they went on Gaza.
Yeah.
That started.
Yeah.
And it's going and going. And piece by piece, they don't even, Republicans don't want to even say that it's war. Come on.
I know.
Bear. Well, they will wake up one day because bears have hibernation, but eventually they will have to say it, that it will take everyone. They need a healer. but the journey is not going to be easy. I'm worried about my brothers. They are going to Japan, South Korea, and Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
And one is going through the Dubai from Germany and another from Vancouver. And yesterday there was some attacks on the waters of Japan. I'm telling my husband don't close her, but he did, and she's barking. One second, I will open her.
Hi, everybody. So glad that you're all here. Violetta's just letting the dog in. I'm looking at all your questions because Violetta's got a bunch that have been sent in, and then we have others, and I will use the ones that I see here to ask. Okay, my turn.
Yes, and amically, condolences Rice. Okay, amically, Condoleezza Rice seems going into White House. What that was about?
Yeah, I saw that. Condoleezza Rice. Now, remember, she was the architect for Bush in Iraq.
So she's very Republican.
She's very Republican.
But she's facing
war. So what was she doing? What was she doing there? Okay. Okay, this is interesting. So I pulled 3 cards and then I pulled 3 clarifiers, a clarifier for each card. First card is the coffin. I think she went there to encourage him to stop this, because if not, it would just continue. So that's good. I mean, that's good that she did that. She said to him, "You're being, you're acting in too much haste, without thinking. You're acting from a place of emotion, and that's not how a leader should make decisions." So she went to the White House to show him what was true, which is that he's stepping into something that he can start, but he can't necessarily end. So she went there. I think her reasoning for going there was good. I think she meant well. I think it was a patriotic move on her part. Of course, I'm sure it went in one ear and out the other. But that's
what I was going to ask you. Yeah, even if he saw her, if he was able to meet her, because
he met her, but he's thinking about what how many hamburgers he's going to have for lunch. He wasn't paying attention. So she tried, but I don't think it did any good.
Okay.
So, okay, here's one for you. What's going on in the royal family with not just Andrew, the questioner says, this is Barclay Todd, but Harry and the royal family? Because I've heard a lot of different things too. What's going on in that situation?
Yeah, they are divorcing. They're moving back to England.
Yeah. All of that.
I would just go in my own subconscious mind.
Okay, sounds good. 1.
Thank you.
2, 3.
Lily, off. They want to settle down everything now before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is going.
Oh, what did she knock over? This is the dog. Oh, God. Dogs and children, right?
Worst. Come on. This is the little monster.
Yep.
8 months old, and she's into everything. Go to daddy. Go. The key is the symbol, so they want to figure out before Charles will be too weak. Mm-hmm. I think he is getting weaker.
He doesn't look good.
He doesn't, and it's moving from for the bones, I believe. Mm-hmm. Prostate usually is attacking the bones.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to figure out how they can maintain.
The key is the card for an answer. So that makes perfect sense. They want to have an answer to this problem.
Yeah, and they know that Andrew is big baggage for them. They don't know where to send him, so he wouldn't be visible. And they want to know how they can stand up to the public.
Right.
Because it's not easy. They want to survive.
Right.
And he's not helpful. And on the other hand, Harry, because he left, he's not in good term with the palace. It's not helpful as well for Royal Lady.
Right.
There will be some surprise, a big trust issue, and the king will have the last word. But eventually, he wants to nominate William as his next.
Well, do you think he would step back for William? Do you think he will do that, or will he say, William, you'll get it when I'm gone?
Well, interesting question. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I think he wants to, but he doesn't feel that there can be 2 lamps flashing. So he will, after he will be gone, he will give.
I think too.
Yeah, Fox. He wants to be smart, and he still wants to feel that he has the ability to be in control.
Right. That's fair. He is king.
His mother gave him that idea because she didn't give up until it was over. He wants to sit on the money, and he knows, Charles knows that family is not perfect.
Yeah.
We don't even know how perfect is William's and Kathy's marriage.
Right.
There were some rumors, but because he's next king, they are keeping everything undercover. But if someone has that tendency to have eye.
Well, kings have always had eyes, right? For
another lady. So I'm not saying that he thinks he wants to be smart. Charles wants to be smart, and he was dreaming for so many years and years and years to be a king. I don't think he wants to give up until the illness will make him to feel too fragile.
I agree.
Amla doesn't want him to live. Camilla, sorry.
Camilla, no, because her goose is cooked once he's gone.
Yeah, so she wants, and she is not in good terms with any of his sons, and the public kind of likes her.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, she's upset because her children are not being given any of the benefits of royalty.
Of her being royal, being a queen.
Oh, well. Okay. Now you ask me.
Okay. Me, Prowl, 811. Will Mr. T get midterm? Will his government official be held accountable for anything? And will the world get back to some kind of normality? So many questions in one.
Well, and you know what? It's a big question. I get this kind of question. Well, not so much anymore, but I used to all the time. It's like, when will this be over? Will we ever be back to normal? Listen, normal wasn't that great because normal things were still going on. It's just that we didn't know. Now we know, and that's a good thing that we know so much more about what goes on than we did before. It's not pleasant, but it's necessary that we know. So there's that. Now, I'll tell you what, I think, can't believe I'm saying this, but I use, sometimes I use dowsing rods to ask questions. And I look at my cards and I ask the question about Mr. T. And again, how long, oh Lord, how long? And I got July. I think he will be very unwell, if you know what I mean. Like very, very, like about as unwell as you can get.
He had the scratches on his neck.
Well, you know what? I think that was a cannula, like a tube. I think they put a tube in his neck to put stuff into his system. And I think his veins on his hands are probably collapsed. So they're putting it in his neck. And I think it just probably,
scratches and so itchy.
But anyway, the question was, will there be justice? Like, for example, here's a good question or a way to rephrase that. Will there be a kind of Nuremberg-like
judgment,
right, for all of these people? Because he's bad, but he's not doing this by himself. He is not doing this by himself. So let's look if he will be held, he and all the rest of them, be held to account. I don't think he'll live long enough to be held to account, but others may. Others will live long enough. So let's just see. So I pulled 5. Okay, so I got again the child, the letter, the stork is in the middle, the bouquet, and the star. So I'm going to sound like way more optimistic than you would think, or probably than my personality wants to sound. But I do feel good about this. I think that all kinds of new revelations are coming out. I think the Epstein files are not going away. We have the stork in the middle. And I'm the one doing the reading. So I'm reading on behalf of all of us, which means, will things improve? Yes, for us. There will be an accounting. There will be a reckoning. And all of these things that have happened, believe it or not, and it's hard to believe, and I almost don't want to say it because I'm not sure I believe it myself, but everything that's happening in a way is actually a gift to us. It's a gift to us in terms of our future because, like I just said, there is so much that we didn't know. We were la, 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 thinking everything was fine. Some of us never thought everything was fine, by the way. Now we all know. What is the gift? The gift, I feel like, is the opportunity for us to say, now that we know things are how they are, do we want to change them? We have this opportunity to be different. In this country, to be a more perfect union. The jury is out on whether we decide that or not, but we have the opportunity. So I do think there will be trials. I hope that the international court will hold also people to account now that the whole world has been pulled in here. I think that with these tariffs, there is money that was taken from us and from all the other countries that doesn't exist anymore because I think he stole it. So I think there will be a big accounting. I think what's in that? Erica, not Erica. I can't even. Ivanka and Jared will be held to account for sure. I think that Stephen Miller will be held to account. I think Pam Bondi will be held to account. I think Kristi Noem will be held to account. They all will be held to account, but not until he is gone.
Okay, I have a question because another videos are showing up that Miss Bondi was helping somehow financially, was making some transitions related to Epstein.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And
is that true or not?
Well, remember, she was in Florida. So yes, I mean, this web is so intertwined. The fabric is so thick. with people that you would never expect to connect together. They're all part of it. But will she be held to account for that? I think so. But I'll ask the cards. Will Pam Bondi get swept up in the Epstein files and have to account for it? Yes. So we have the ring. She's caught in that circle. She tried to play fast and loose. She thinks she's more clever than she really is. Oh, and here she is with a tan. With a tan, with a suntan. That's with a tan, yeah. So I think yes. I think think of this as a noose. You know, she will be caught up in the Epstein noose. Yes.
I have only question in my mind for you, but ask me.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the feed to see what people. Well, this is an interesting question, and Heidi, the question is, will there be a big strike this year? Now, what she's talking about is, will there be a general strike in the way that, for example, France is just so excellent at doing?
And the same thing here in Poland when the Solidarity.
Of course,
we were everywhere on the streets.
We remember Lech Walesa and everything that he did. All right, so I think I want to read that. I love it. I want to rephrase it because the next big date that's coming up,
it's 28th
of March. Yeah, that's the No King's Day.
8th of March was already.
No, the 28th. 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 Yeah. 28th is the No King's March. So I guess the question for you is, will this be bigger than all the rest? I think that's the question to ask.
Three cards, please.
1, 2, 3.
It will be huge, and the weather will be good.
Well, good. March, yeah.
The child, symbol of growing, because kids are growing.
Yep.
And it will be, and I saw, like, even when Navalny was shot, killed, not shot.
Poisoned.
Poisoned, second time. People were still protesting, and it was forbidden. Over here, they can't do that to people, and a lot of information is already collected. They need more money, but both parties will be united. Even Republicans will be protesting because they will be afraid of their own kids going to the war.
Exactly. Well, that's another question, by the way, to look at. Will there be a draft? Let me tell you something. If he does that, so let's look at this. Will there be a draft? Oh, God. I mean, I'm old enough. I remember Vietnam. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, boy. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Garden. They will be putting symbol of even graveyards. In Europe, you put a lot of plants on the graveyard.
Right.
For first 3 years, you can't put the marble because the grave is too fresh. So you put a lot of plants there. Not everyone, part-time, but it will be very expensive. And that will unite people, that there will be opposition. There will be opposition. I remember from movies when I was watching USA, the hair. Everyone was so, but that was a symbol of America for us.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, I have said this many times that eventually enough people will be angry enough that you're gonna be out in the street protesting, and you're gonna look to your right and see a CEO from a company, and to your left see your neighbor that used to have his Trump flag up, and you will be linking arms, and you will all be fighting for the same cause. I think if he institutes a draft, that's the end of him. That's the end of him. They say, oh, the White House has said Barron, the son, Barron is too tall to be drafted. Come on. Put him out there. He can see the enemy coming because he's so tall. Let him be.
When he will be crawling, he will get into a bomb, not in the head.
Exactly.
The bomb will be too high.
So the question, will there be a strike? I mean, a strike is different from a protest. You know, we are far away from, I mean, I remember it, but we are far away from Vietnam. And I've always been really surprised at these strikes, these demonstrations, because they'll say things like, the demonstration will be from noon to 2 p.m. I'm like, what? Noon to 2 p.m.? Who does that? Like, don't you just go out on the street and you stay there until you're falling down exhausted and you go take a nap and then you come back out? Who does it like by the clock?
Poland, it was all over the country.
All the time. I remember that.
It was extremely tiring.
Yes.
You couldn't buy anything. You couldn't travel through the city. It was taking toll on people.
Yes. And that's how it has an effect, right?
My husband was taking my sister-in-law to the airport, and my brother was already in Austria, and she was 5 months pregnant. So my husband was the one who was coaching her to enter the airport, but airport is outside the city, and they had to find a taxi, and the taxis were not traveling because there was so many people on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what has to happen here. That's what's needed. Now, the problem with Americans, I hate to say it, we don't like being inconvenienced. So it will, you know, when enough people are inconvenienced because, oh, I don't know, their kid is getting a draft notice in the mail, they can't afford gas because of the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, it's good for you. Come on, he said it's good that the price goes up. You will be happy because you will get more money when you are paying. Taxes are good for you because
right. Enough people have to have enough pain for there to be a general strike, as they did in Poland, as they do in France, as they often do in Italy. Enough people have to feel enough pain, and enough people do not feel enough pain yet. You individually may say, no, I've had enough, I feel enough. But the problem is that we are all one. I mean, we may not like our neighbors, but we are all one. And until the majority of us are feeling that kind of pain, people will say, I don't want to be inconvenienced.
I have to ask you another question.
Okay.
Do you think that they will find any bodies on the ranch, Zorro Ranch in Arizona, in New Mexico?
I know that they have brought dogs. Okay, dogs are good. That's good. But there is
20 years old.
Radar. There's radar that can penetrate the ground, and which is a little better than a dog. So I hope they have the resources to do this. We also know that he had barrels of sulfuric acid to sort of disintegrate things.
Who need that?
What an evil. So the question is, will you know what I'm going to do? Okay, I'm really shuffling, and what I'm going to look for is the coffin. Will there be, not that there'll be coffins, because they probably didn't even put them in a box,
No.
But will there be evidence of dead bodies having been there? So I'm just going to flip until I get to the coffin and then see what's around it, and maybe we'll get a clear answer. I mean, it's a huge tract of land that they have to.
And the girls were saying that it was outside the ranch, on the border.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Two more. I mean, that's interesting. I only have one, so I have to put one more. Okay. So I have, this is a card that stands for Epstein, the felon, all of it. The rider is the next card. Now, the rider is news coming in. And then in the center, I didn't get the coffin in the center. I got the cross in the center. Now, that's problematic because this can be a no card. What follows is the coffin and then the woman. So I'm going to pull one card on the cross. Yes, okay. I think they will find something, because one of the things that we know is that they said there's 2 women for sure that we think are there, but also children, infants, children. So I do think there will be some sort of DNA type evidence that they will find. But it's such a huge span to search, you know, and it's been years. There was supposed to have been a search in 2019, and they were told to stop the search. And
both
they did.
parties were involved in it, and that's not fair.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because we wanted to know, that we intuitively knows the answer, but they don't let us to.
Well, this is the thing when I say it's such a spider web, because you're right. Both parties have been in power during all of these years. Mm-hmm. And there have been attempts to go in there and investigate, and it's been shot down each time. So now New Mexico is doing, I think, a really, really good job. And I do think that when we come out of this national nightmare, it will have to do with the states individually holding people to account. And New Mexico is doing a really good job right now in trying to find evidence on Zorro Ranch. So,
well, who's asking who?
I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, this is a good one. So apparently J.D. Vance has made himself scarce. He's not been seen much. I do know that apparently he made some noises saying that he was not in favor of this war, but we haven't really seen him around. He's not back there behind the president saying, rah, rah, rah. Where is he? And how's Usha feeling, given that she's pregnant?
I have seen them last week, Vance and Usha, on that ceremony for the fallen soldiers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Melania was there, and Trump with the improper hat. Yeah. And then he's using that picture from that ceremony to gain money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Low.
So what's up with that?
Is that I feel that they had arguments.
Yeah.
But I will check what's going on. 3 cards.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. You were a teacher all your life.
All my life.
You know, when kids are nasty to each other, they put the leg so if someone is walking that they can fall down. Mm-hmm. They can trip. And I see Vance doing that to Trump. I wouldn't be surprised that there is some group of people who are thinking about taking care of Trump.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Must be, because he's so inconvenient for the whole world.
Yep, I agree.
And I see him, maybe he will trip on it. And when he's on the floor, we can attack him. Mm-hmm. So that's my vision. I'm not programming my visions. They are just there.
They're just there, yeah.
Birds.
Okay, that's what you said. That's a group of people getting together, meeting and saying, listen, we got to do something about this guy.
and the birds are flying. I love in Europe to watch the birds when they are flying in the order. Like, I don't see that in Canada that much. Even we have
Formation, go in formation. Yeah, the geese.
they have those formation in Italy. That's amazing how they can switch and dance, and they are in control of. They got the control, and they doing one after another. Yeah, he needs him. He is still under his kind of influence. Money, he needs money. The journey is for once impossible to go through, and he knows the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he is not involved in files. He is not involved in so many dirty games. He wants the power for himself.
Yeah.
How is Usha doing? I think it's her fourth pregnancy, and so far she is okay.
Okay.
She is fulfilling the expectations, because in her culture, she's from India, from Hindu, they are usually very family-oriented people. They respect family so much. And he's father of her children, so she is not considering to divorce him.
No, she's not.
And
she's also from a very high caste, which means that she already thinks she's better than everybody else. I think that she is very much in line with everything that he thinks is and is doing. That's what I think.
She's very smart, and she's supportive that he is a vice president. She will be happy if he will be a president.
You know, we have a hard time, at least in this country, thinking of women in that way. Like, you know, Melania, blink if you need help. But Melania didn't need help. Usha, blink if you need help. Usha doesn't need help. They are the female versions.
I can blink a lot. No one will come. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? They deserve each other. Here's one. And I think we kind of already know the answer to this, Heidi. This is your question. Will there be an oil crisis around the world?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see, especially in Europe. Heidi is from Belgium.
Okay.
Denmark. Danish. She's Danish. Sorry.
Denmark. Okay.
Denmark. And sorry, Heidi, I'm always mixing. And I see that Baltic Sea being under scrutiny with the ships coming.
Baltic Sea. Mm-hmm.
And I think that will be hard for Europe to survive without oils.
Yeah.
It will. Whip is the symbol of
arguing too. A lot of arguments.
Yeah, broken relationships. The USA is breaking relationships with Europe. They will have to unite and find the leader who will be supportive of European. I believe from Canada they will be getting oil, but we don't have a good oil. We have crude oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that it will be a good oil coming from Canada.
Well, I mean, we know this will be a bad situation for everyone, for all of us. Okay.
We have very horrific prices in Canada because we are buying gasoline by liters. So around 150 probably is now, about over a week ago. And so it is getting for 1 liter, so 5 liters in a gallon, 4.5 liters in a gallon. So we are paying really high prices.
Yeah, no, it's expensive. Okay. Oh, someone was saying, is it today the Ides of March? Oh, today is the Ides of March. So the Ides of March is the day that Julius Caesar was unalived, we'll just say.
Oh, you, Marcus, against me. Maybe that's what we were talking about once.
Maybe.
And I saw him, trying to put his leg so Trump can flip. Now it's not that the same day it will happen over centuries, but I believe there is some coalition of birds who wants to get him to be unalive.
Right.
And then they will be flying over the body.
Well, he's in a lot of danger. I mean, when you think what America did, well, with Israel's help, of course, and because Israel asked us, we killed the guy, the Ayatollah, right? The Ayatollah's son now is the one in charge. And guess what? So who was killed? The new Ayatollah's father, wife, and I think a child as well. Now, of course, they put out a fatwa, which is a death sentence kind of on who. He needs to watch it every side because, it's more than just us who don't like him. He's playing a very dangerous game. Here's a whole nother subject. So I don't know if you know about the store Target.
Well, I know we had for a short time Target in Alberta, in Canada, and somehow didn't survive.
Right. Well, so we had it here, and it was very popular, especially among Black people. We called it Target. We kind of gave it a little class by saying Target, and people loved to go there. But when the felon came in and he got rid of DEI initiatives and all of that, Target fell for him hook, line, and sinker, and we have had a boycott. So the boycott has really hurt Target. Well, last week, some Black people, I'm not even going to say leaders because they're not leaders, a minister and someone who used to be a politician and some third person announced that the boycott was over. Well, maybe for the three of them, but not for anybody else. So I guess the question here is, will people go back to Target?
And it was related with LGBT community.
Well, LGBT, but also DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So their move was really very anti-Black, and that's why Black people said, we're not going back to Target. So there's claiming that the boycott is over, but some of us are saying, yeah, no, it's not. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I wouldn't take those pink glasses yet. I wouldn't put those pink glasses yet because I'm seeing them laying on the desk this way. So not yet. They are laying on the desk. It's not a good time. Snakes, it's very intertwined. It's not safe to
this
go.
is a problem. It's a problem for them, snake.
Yeah, it's not safe to go. They would love to have that business, angel of negotiation, not work and jobs, but Target is afraid and the judgment is on them. Nothing they can do.
Oh.
The same with Tesla. What do you see about
Tesla? Yeah, that's a good one. Tesla.
And the owner, I don't want to mention his name because whenever I mention his name, I'm cut off.
Are you?
Oh, big time.
Okay, so here's another one. So we have the whip, the heart, and the mice. So people used to love Tesla. They thought it was, energy saving and all of that. But there's too much controversy now with the whip. Too much controversy, and Tesla will continue to face losses. So this is not good. This is an eating away at their profits. They will not do well, Tesla. And his owner.
And what do you think? He will survive? Because I know he's the richest guy.
Well, but Europe, and I mean, kudos to Europe. Is it France, I think? I think it's France. They are really going after him big time. Yeah. I mean, he could end up in jail over there because, so
I predict that long time ago that he will burn to the ground like a volcano.
Yep.
That on the bottom volcanoes, when they burn after years, they are just ashes.
Well, and with whatever he sticks up his nose and pops in his mouth and injects in his, I mean, he could do it to himself too. So, but yeah, look, so mountain, moon, and stork. So I think that he is blocked from having his reputation made better. In other words, he's made his bed and now he has to lie on it. And everything that he wants is blocked. So that's a good thing. All right, I have one for you.
Okay.
So we have had some extreme weather. I mean, Southern California is always beautiful, I gotta say, but it's now going to be this week in the 90s. It's March. That's ridiculous. Anyway, here's the question. Will we have extreme weather episodes like fires in California, floods or hurricanes, for example, in Florida this year? So how will the
first about California?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Don't go there. Some places will be forbidden to go. So fires probably in California. Anchor. When the anchor is on the ground, then there is dryness. So, so less water, maybe even in oceans, there will be some problems. Irresponsible people will hurt. And busy moments, a lot of fires.
And, we don't have, FEMA has been sort of gutted. So
disappearing.
Yeah.
Christine.
Now, let me ask you this, since we're talking about California. So apparently this was not true. This was a rumor that the White House started. And the rumor was that Iran was going to send drones to California.
Yeah, and I answered that on my video on Saturday, that I see an old lady sitting in the window, by the window, and waiting for the drones to come from the ocean. I didn't see that.
Oh, no, but I have a better question. This is...
Can we look at the Florida? Maybe you can look at
Florida. Look at Florida for weather. Yeah, do that.
1, 2, 3. 1,
2, 3.
Because that as well worries me. Well, it looks like there will be sun, so that's positive. Rejuvenation, feeling protected, but it's not about, Florida is not about fires, it's all about floods.
Right.
Hurricanes. So I can't say that I'm seeing this through the cards.
All right, well, that's good. All right.
Stop you, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So there is speculation that the felon and the people around him will create a false flag operation.
Are you talking about Iran?
Well, that we will do a false flag operation. So, for example, false flag operation means something really bad.
I talked about this on the last video as well. They were
playing Iran for it.
I said that they will be attacking Turkey and Turkish people and pretending that was Iran, and Iran will say it was not us. because they want Turkish people will be upset with Iran,
Right.
but Iran will say it's not us. So I think it will be the fake ones. I just said that about that on my video.
Well, I noticed that Iran is trying to reassure the countries around them and saying, listen,
I'm just attacking
us,
the
we're
baby.
not going to attack you. We're not trying to have a beef with you. Do you think there will be a false flag operation here?
In USA? Oh.
Yeah. Because then he'll be a popular president like Bush, on top of the army tanker after 9/11. 1, 2, 3.
I can't see Trump being popular. I see the balloon with the diaper flying over the crowd. No, I can't see him being popular.
No.
Lily, there will be people dying because you put sometimes Lily on the graves.
Mm.
How would you answer Lily?
No, I mean, usually in Lenormand, it's only death when it is together with the coffin, and then it's definitely death. But in a good sense, Lily is peace.
Peace, innocence. But someone will be doing silly things, hurting people, and it will be about him and his money making and cheating about money. This card for me is always symbol of going to the top for the money, but cheating as well.
Right. I saw the same thing when I looked at it on my channel, is that just to be aware of the fact that if something were to happen here, don't automatically assume that it's Iran that did it, because it could be.
Well, there will be some Iranian people who will get angry, like the guy in synagogue. There will be some.
Right.
Because they will feel that that's the only way they can sacrifice themselves and hurt others.
Right. But in terms of something organized by the United States as a false flag, just be aware, because you can't put anything, past him. Well, guess where we are? We are at 11:57. Wow.
So we will be saying goodbye to our wonderful viewers.
Thank you all so much. Great questions.
Take care of yourself, and the viewers take care of yourself, and then you can take care of others. Think positively. It's not forever. The worst situations always have to come to the end, even they drain us to the ground.
You know what we say, what Black people say? We say, I'm so glad trouble don't last always.
Well, it's the white people will say the same thing. I don't see the division between white and black. I grew up in a country that we didn't have any black people.
Mm-hmm.
And actually the ones who were studying Poland, they felt like, pampered by girls, because there was the attraction of being with different guy.
Novelty of it, right. Well, yeah. I just mean in terms of as a cultural reference, what we say is when there's nothing to be happy about, when everything looks terrible, when there's no hope, we can have one thing that we can be glad about. Trouble don't last always.
We have to think the positive way, no matter what. And
right.
There is never as bad as can be.
Right.
It can be worse, so you have what you have.
Right.
Thank you
for having me, Violetta. I love being a guest.
We can pray for the peace in the world.
Yes, absolutely, always.
We will be living in wonderful, peaceful country.
Yeah.
Countries. Thank you, Erica, and see you next time.
Yes, I'd love to have you on my channel next time.
Thank you. We can chat and make appointment. I will end the stream. Thank you. Thank you, my viewers. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.